Hello, this is your personal trainer speaking. I'm just reviewing your results from last month. You've been training really quite a lot during April, and I'm very impressed. You seem to be doing quite balanced training for long periods, and you've had rest days as well, which is fantastic. Between the 3rd and the 4th of April, you had 2 rest days and then 1 day off in between various times. That's fantastic, and you've kept a consistent training load all the way along, which is very good, and quite a high, duration as well. I mean, it's pretty impressive stuff. The solid red line is your maximum heart rate, so that's the top heart rate that you got to, and it goes up to around about 136, which for your age is seriously good. That's not the highest it can go to, but you shouldn't be trying to train at your highest. That's going to really wear you down. And the average heart rates you've got are also fantastic as well. So the training that you've done has been really excellent work. There are plenty of people who attempt to train and don't manage to make it as consistent as you've done. I'm going to change to the heart rate zones, which is a really important feature. And this confirms what I was saying as well. I can see that you haven't been wearing your heart rate monitor for some of the training sessions that you've done. I mean, that's not a particularly big deal. And in lots of the training sessions that you've done, you've been in the blue and the green zones, which is levels 2 and 3, which is aerobic essentially. So you'll be burning partly fat and partly glucose when you do that, and that's great. But also there have been times when your heart rate has gone a little bit higher as well, up into the amber and red zones. Again, that's actually very good to do that sometimes. There was a training session here on the 26th. That makes me think that maybe you were a bit run down on that particular session. Maybe you overdid it. You can see that your heart rate was very high for 6 minutes, and I imagine you probably would have felt quite tired as a result of that. Yeah, you've been training really, really well. I'm very impressed. And I could also see earlier in the year, if we go back to January, for example, see this is cycling. I'm pretty sure this is cycling that you were doing here. You can see that your heart rate went up quite a lot. But this is really excellent. You've been actually doing in January. You were doing quite a lot of cycling at quite a high heart rate, and this really would have helped your aerobic capacity quite a lot. It's very, very good. I'm just going to turn on duration instead of heart rate zones. Oh, I see. So you were wearing the heart rate monitor every time you went cycling in this case. What you might want to consider doing is doing a little bit of cycling every now and then, replacing the walking with the cycling, and you'll actually find that will increase your metabolism, the speed at which your body burns fat, if you do that a little bit here and there, and the strength in different parts of your body. So your metabolism will go faster and you'll burn more fat when you do that.